Hello everyone and welcome to this decklist preview where I present you the next OP Spright deck that will be coming out on the 14th. So this is a decklist that won YCS and that was represented in different form in quite a few tournaments and quite a few top tournaments in TCG. So I changed a few cards because obviously the ban lists are different in TCG and in Master Duel. In particular, we already know that starter will be limited to 2 in Master Duel. And there was another card that was not released yet, I don't remember which one honestly. I replaced those with Maxi, easy one. So here is the deck list. To have the best deck in Master Duel on the 14, you must be playing Spright Runick. Spright Runick is simple, the tier 0 deck that is coming. Don't believe the ones like that say that you should play pure Spright or I will explain why. No, it's Spright Runick. So you're playing a wind-up kitten. Wind-up kitten is a level 2, which is very important because when you play Runick, you can only summon level 2, rank 2, link 2 monster during your turn. So what it does is that you can target one card and return that target to the end. And it will combo with Lava Golem. You're playing 3 Lava Golem, so you can play second Lava Golem your opponent, and you will have a lot of options to summon Wind Up Kitten during your turn also to get back to that Lava Golem. And if you did not normal summon, because to summon Lava Golem you must not normal summon, you can do it again, Lava Golem them again, so you can clear the whole field with just Lava Golem. It's really funny. Then 3 Maxi because it's Maxi, that's all. It's a level 2, so it's also a starter for the Spright deck. Imagine the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Being even better in Spright. So, great. Then we have Hyperia. Hyperia is very simple. It's a draw 1. And you're playing a Runick with your Spright engine. So, you love drawing. So, that's great. Capshell is exactly the same when it's used as the material for links, synchro, X's, blah 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 blah. You draw 1, so great, more draw for your Runick part of the engine. Then we have what is the most interesting, the Spright core. Spright Blue is a Spright that can be special summon if you control a level rank 2 monster, like any Spright has the same effect anyway. And what it does is that when it's special summon or normal summon, you can add 1 Spright monster. What you add with Spright Blue is Spright Jet. Spright Jet is exactly the same, but it adds 1 Spright spell trap. What you add with Jet, it's really simple. It's Smasher. Smasher says you can banish 1 Spright from your graveyard and banish 1 monster from your field that is a level rank link 2 and 1 card your opponent control. It can be monster, it can be back row, it can be anything it's not targeting. So banish 1 thing. Done. Then you have the 2 one-off, the carrot which negate spell trap and the red which negate quick effect, monster effect. So the 2 are useful but not really core to the strategy anyway. Then we have the Runick stuff. Runick stuff is really expensive and Runick stuff is soon to be out of the shop. So if you want to play the best deck and you did not book Runick stuff, you need to do it now. Like now it will cost you maybe a few $100, but tomorrow it will cost you at least $500. So because you will have to pull it off the master pack and craft everything, it will be a real nightmare. So please take Runick stuff if you did not already. I won't explain how the Runick engine works. I expect you already know. Runick, it's really OP. Starter is the last Spright card I did not explain. Starter is really simple, you just summon 1 from your deck. Done, GG. So, really good starter, but it's not necessary since any level 2 is by itself kind of a starter. It's just a bonus if your opponent destroy your level 2 monster when it's summoned, you can sometimes not follow up. If you have starter, well, you can just get another one and then you use the sprite effect to special summon themselves. Then we have the extra deck. Ugin is not only the best level 2 runic monster, it's also great for being a level 2 by itself and helping the runic engine with more monsters and so more Xyz and stuff. One Gary because Gary can sometimes save you, that's all. And then we have the Xyz too. So Gene Buster is not the most important one, it's just simple. When your opponent activates an effect, you can detach material, negate the activation, so it's one negate. But if you had a great start, you can play many runic cards, summon many again, and get this kind of card for basically free on the board. Then we have Man Queen Cat. Man Queen Cat is a lot more interesting. It says that if a monster is special summoned to your opponent field while you control this monster, you can target one face-up monster your opponent control, special summon with the same type or attribute from your hand, deck or graveyard. So in this deck list that I show you, it's not really important, but it's extremely important in side deck and tournament. Because it means that if you know what your opponent is playing, you can put one floodgate in your deck that is the same type or attribute. Just put Man Queen Cat on the board, and in your opponent's turn, when you summon a monster, bam, you summon the floodgate. That's extremely good, extremely reactive, and that's part of why Spright is so competitive. Then we have Soul Sweeper. Soul Sweeper, we're not 100% sure it will be released with this set, but if it's not a big deal. You can replace it with a good link for monster also, like a Zoroboros or anything. It says you can target banished monster up to the number of material discard add, shuffle them into the deck. So, and when it's summon, you can detach and banish one monster until the end field. Until the end phase, sorry. So basically you banish one thing and then you put it back into the deck. It was more important in TCG where you have to prevent things from going to the grave because things float a lot. But in our meta it may not be that relevant. Gigantic Spright. Gigantic Spright is one of the best Spright cards. It says during your main phase you can activate this effect. And notice that it does not detach for cost, it detaches for effect. Detach one material from a monster you control, and if you do, special summon one level 2 monster from your deck, and neither player can special summon level rank 2 link monster for the rest of the turn. So two things. First, Gigantic Spright is a Xyz monster that special summon basically any monster from your deck. Extremely powerful, but it also prevents your opponent from summoning monsters that are more than level 2, like Nibiru. So you can also combo safe. That's really great. The only downside is that it gets countered by Ghost Ogre. Since it's detached for effect and not detached for cost, if the card is destroyed, it cannot detach, so it cannot resolve. So in the following meta, I think we will see less Ghost Bell and stuff like this, and more Ghost Ogre to counter Spright. Then we have IP Masquerena, very classic. You put it on your board, it's a link 2, but in your opponent's turn it becomes a Unicorn or an Avramax. Great. Gloomy can help up for following play turn 3, turn 4 if you need more gas. It just summon big boy from your opponent graveyard. And we have Spright Elf. Spright Elf allow you to special summon level 2 monster from your grave during the opponent main phase also. So it's really good because it's a disruption, because it's work during your opponent main phase, and it can be comboed with IP Masquerena. Your dream board as Spright is Sprite Elf, IP Mascarina, and maybe some bonus. Some bonus depends if you had a great Runick opening, so you can have more monster and make another X's. But you must at least have IP Mascarina and Spright Elf on your board, because if you have both of them, well, you can easily summon stuff from the grave, IP Mascarina into Nightmare Unicorn, Avramax, and gone with your plays. Moreover, you are extremely safe because you have all the Runick engine back row protecting you, and you can follow up with the easy draw you will have. So this is the deck list you should play. It's extremely powerful. One more thing, it's a bit expensive, I think. We don't have the rarity yet of every card. As you can see, we don't see we are on Master Duel meta. I modified the seed for you. We don't have the rarity because it's not leaked yet. The existing cards, so Staple plus Runick, cost 420 UR and 480 SR. You should get those before the update, as I told you, because it will be extremely hard to obtain Runick stuff. And for Sprite stuff, I hope there will be only 2 URs, but I made a pessimistic assumption that there will be 3 URs to get. And if it's so, you will need around 240 UR and 180 SR. And that means that it will be probably put in some big pack with a lot of URs like we've seen recently. So you should expect to spend at least 100 or 200 bucks to get a Sprite engine from scratch in Master Duel on the 14. That's it for this deck review. As I told you, don't play the pure Sprite deck. I saw Decade, for example, says that you can play Sprite with frogs and go always Zorbo stuff. Blah, blah. Don't do that, it won't be competitive. Like, it's nice for fun, but it won't be competitive because in those YCS version of the decks that were pure, you were always playing Bestial that we don't have right now, and also Totally Awesome. Like, the reason you play so many water monsters that are a lot more bricky than the running engine is because you have this such great reward in Totally Awesome. So with a Totally Awesome, don't play the water engine. And I will also make another video shorter tomorrow where I show you another version of the deck, less expensive. If you don't have the Runick engine, if you can't afford it, it's fine. There is another option more competitive than pure Runick with than pure Sprite, sorry, with water splash, and less expensive than Runick. See you tomorrow. Thank you.